Okay, so here we go. This is game two. Game two, that's it. Day two of the Kenney Game Jam 2025. This is the do or die day. I should say I still have some stuff for tomorrow. I mean, I still have some time tomorrow if I get stuck. The only thing I'm really worried about is incorporating the spline stuff. I had some spline stuff in another game, and so we're going to try and get that in there today. Got one thing I have to do here real quick. Okay. Wow, the channel is really active. Everybody's got their stuff up and all working and everything, so yeah. Wow, it's kind of exciting. Well, it's not just kind of exciting, it's very, very exciting. Okay, so let's get this done here. There it is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that should do it. Okay, so let's get rid of this. Is it still working? Yeah, it seems to be. Yep. Okay, so we're going to have to do the object handler now. And we'll put the spline stuff in there. Okay, so now we have okay, so with an object handler, object underscore build level, because the objects are going to, whoops, dynamic enough. Also, I have to keep adding them to game info gi pointer comma space total items. Okay, turn true, hopefully. So now we're going to structure to build a an object structure to store all the information in. So in the other game, what did I have? I had all this information in there, and there it is. change the name of this. Call it object info, because this is not state points. The object graphic is an offset into an array of positions within the in the tile map. I put a bunch of objects. I'm going to take a bunch of objects from Kenney's stuff and put it into my tile map. And how many is num points? And then I choose from that. I have a randomizer and I just choose from all that. Where is num points? I think it's 8. Where are you at? Num point, oh, it's 12. I thought it was 8. Well. This needs to be here. Okay. So let's go back to structs. Yeah, we're going to need all of this, I believe. Object info. Okay, so hopefully this isn't too horrible to incorporate into this. Yeah. Object handler, object build level, there we go. So put in a prototype. Yeah, that power bar it was not easy because I had to I couldn't draw it. I had to actually use Kenney stuff. You can't draw anything on your own. You have to use the graphics from Kenney's stuff. Let's see if this still runs. If I get any errors. Object info control points. Oh, vector 2. I got swiped another structure here. From the other game. Actually, I gotta do, oops, wrong one. Where are you at, vector 2? There you are. Okay, then I need to take vector 2, then take this. Oh, nope, that's got it's already in here. There it is. What is? Oh, I know it is, yep. It is very particular about this. There we go. You can't, I'd already defined it in here, down there. And this knew that, this type def knew that it was already defined once, and I was getting an error here, because this was defined twice. But the reason I didn't see it here was because it has to be above this struct definition. So, and I had it down here, so I just moved above this, and everything is copacetic. Object info, so let's take player info. And edit. Find and replace, quick replace. Player info with object_info object info. I don't do it all because something gets whacked it's not supposed to, and then I gotta go back and find it or redo everything else. I just don't want to fight it. So alright, so let's try this now. going to use that as background music. And this is going. I'm not sure. I'm probably going to get rid of this. This is the old one from another game. So we're spinning and we're moving and we're moving and we're spinning and yeah, that goes with the music that's back there. See the power bar moving? Also, if you move, it moves down because you're using power. Power use. So if you're moving forward and shooting, oh yeah, that's not good. Anyway. So the only way to get power is to shoot objects, which I'm going to put in now, hopefully. Yeah, this was really pretty... Actually, I should call this objects. Now, a lot of times, I could have left this planet, save everything, leave the names of everything the same. But the problem with that is, you never know when you're going to have some logic that was in it that shouldn't have been in there. And you can find it this way by changing the name of the structure and the name of the elements in the structure. So you have to go back and look at everything. So like right here, planets, total planets in the game info structure. How did I do that? Did I game info? Yeah, max planet. So what I did was I defined that, I hard coded it in. How many planets am I allowed to have? Where is that? Where's that? Oops, defines. Where's that max planets at? I think it was like 500 or something, some nutty thing. Max planets, oh, 1,000. See, in the old days, when you programmed, and I mean the old days, like 40 years ago, you had segments. When I used to work with an old Atari compiler. Or I'm sorry, an old Borland compiler, 3.3, and then I went to 3.5, but 3.3, and you had segments, and you had data segments. So if you went into here, and you defined some big array, which is what I'm going to do right now, actually I'm not going to put it here. Also try and keep my structures kind of organized a little bit. So when I go to look for stuff, let me see what we got here. Objects, max underscore objects. We're never going to get to 1,000 unless I'm messing around. Yeah, I spent a lot of time where I'm going to put my stuff, because I have to search through. There it is right there. Try and keep them lined up out here so I can just, at a glance, take a look at the value rather than having to search through everything. Okay. So there's not going to be any scale cooldown. Planets this level, objects this level. There's not going to be a ludicrous flag. No ludicrous mode. I don't have time for that. It was cool though. Where you kick off and blow out a whole bunch of it's going to be objects this level. See, I'll have to go in and change stuff. How I have to take stuff out, and by changing the names of the, and also putting it into the structure, change the names of things, I have to go back and look. Oops. Always try to keep data types together. Objects, this level. I use as a reference point. I put that in there just in case. For I equals 0. I less than objects. See, I have to think my way through this. That's what has to be done. Planet graphic, total planet icon. So it would be total object icons. Whoops, see that? Total object icons, blah, 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 blah. So this is right. Objects, this is OI. It should be OI. Is it OI? Yep. OI under object graphic. Total object icons. I don't know how many I'm going to put in. I'm going to try and get this code working. Of course, it's not going to work. I just want to get this part in. Planet object speed. Position, it's still OI. Oops, not 0, O. Did I leave scale in? Yes, I did. Scale. I don't know what this is. I should have, oh, you know what? It should be in defines already, object state. Object is active. Object is not, where is it? Object is active. There we go. That's more of a object is active. Total object icons. Okay, so where is that? So there's total, there it is. Oh, there's only 8, okay. Come on, man, why'd you put all the total object icons? Okay. Objects. This is going to have to change because I have hard coded that in because I had other logic that changed the size of the object. Maybe not. We'll see. Scale, points. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, how much each one is worth? How much is worth? Okay. How many points? Yes, I need that in there. I should name that something else. Objects, state. Object is active. Okay, so we've gotten through all this. I should name this something else because it confused me. Score points. There we go. Objects, control points. Okay, so let's do this. And this will be 10, 1000. Okay. Get rid of this. So we got the main loop here with I, and then now we have the J loop here, which is defining an array within the structure. All we're doing here is we are setting a bunch of random points for the spline right here. Not here or here, but right here. So what we do here, these last two lines, is we have to connect the spline rather than have it just kind of run off to the end and then jump back to the beginning. Of course, that'd be interesting, but we wanted to have some kind of not symmetry. Yeah, symmetry. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for symmetry here. Yeah, we're looking for symmetry. I could use a little symmetry in my life. J++, there we go. I'm not much of a typist. Can code in C. So some people this probably look kind of complicated, but to me there is stuff when I was trying to use Godot and all that and Unity and Unreal, it's like even the Unreal blueprint is like, what? This makes no sense. So it's just a matter of, okay, so we're all set here. Instead of total items, total objects. Okay. So, object build level. This doesn't actually do anything. It just loads an array filled with offsets and indexes in other areas. So yeah. We'll see if we can get it to work. I should put this, the first call into game, at the beginning of the game loop. Should I put it here? Problem is, if I have to go back and look, where am I going to look? And I don't normally do that. It's an initialize application, so It's easier to debug from here. If I have to. Build level. GI pointer. Comma space. So for the first level, we're just going to put 40 items in. Okay, let's see if this crashes. Okay. Can I still move around and fire? Yeah, I can still do stuff. Can I still fire? Manage your power, buddy. You're not much of a power manager. Should have blown up. Then. Maybe not. Okay. So now I have to see. Okay, I don't need that yet. Yeah, I don't need any of that. So render level, object render level. So this is an array into a group of objects that I type much. I actually did this pretty good. This was actually not bad. Logic. I don't have to fix anything in here. This is the thing right here. Spline render path. Objects. Yes. Object graphic. And then objects position. Object is active. Okay. So we gotta start putting some stuff in the whatcha-dingy. So let's go to my graphics program. We need to open up. What if it's in the list? Main tile sheet. Is this it? Ha! Okay. See, I don't have a whole lot in here. Actually, don't need this either, but so this is the bullet, this is the ship, this is the power bar that I made from this. So this is actually a missile. Let's see if I can open it up. From a laser, yeah, it's this thing here. So I took this and rotated it. If I could have rotated it in game. Rotated it, and then I took the two ends. First I took the middle and I stretched it across here. And then I took the two ends, put them on, and then I took this here and I recolored that. And that can't do that. Let's do this. Let's take that out for now. Whoops. What's the problem? Structures, yeah. Objects, yeah, okay. I got you. Gotcha. Yeah, I need that in there. Okay. Of all the data types I use, this frect is the biggest. Okay, so 0, 0, 0, 0. How many total icons was there? Did I say 8? So let's do this. Let's just go in and put them in. I'm probably going to have to adjust how much power is being used. Maybe. Depends on how fast how much I use to fill up the bar when you hit something. Also, I may slow down the bullets. There's a lot of cool things I could do. I could have a slow mode, and then you get like a power up, and then you get like 10 seconds worth of fast mode. You might get another power up where you have dual cannons, so you have twice as many missiles firing. You could have not so much a power up, but if you maybe have certain objects out there that have certain things on them, you hit one and you get a shield on you. So, because when objects hit you, you lose power. It's going to be bad. So, but I don't know. Anyway. So, I have to go to this. And now we use the famous Kenney objects. We're going to use meteors. He's got 4 of them in here. What a good guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, they're the same shape. So, see if it opens them all up. Yep, it does. Good man. Okay, so what size are these? Oh, they're not that big. They're not symmetrical though. That's not good. Let's try one. Okay, so we're going to put this, see on the bottom down here, so we've got Y or the X is 0. And this is going to, I'm going to put this at 200. That's it, that'll be nice. 0, 200, 101. Oh, where's my little pad and pencil? I know programmers and we're all supposed to be modernists, but I only, there's a lot of times where I only use pad and pencil. 0, 200, 101, 84. Okay, so we have one there. File, save all. Trying to think how this spline thing works. Where is my, didn't I put render level in here yet? Yeah, I did. Where did I stick it? Oh man, where did I put it? Unbelievable. Oh. I'll be back in a minute. Where did I stick that? Where did I copy and paste that mess to? first thing I need to do is to check to see if it's in prototype. Nope, just build level. Alright. Let's do this real quick. This is how you find it. If it's in here. Stick and defines? No. Stick instructs? No, that would be something really dumb. Player move, player render, object handler, tables. Nope. You know what? You know what I might have done? Oh, you know what? Let's go back to... No. Heck with it. Let's find out. So, this is how you find out. Put it in again. Why just get cleared up? Oh. Yeah, I remember doing this. I just don't know where I put this up. I might have accidentally, I do that sometimes, is where I will hit a button, hit a combination of buttons. I don't want to do this. Objects. Object graphic. Objects. Okay. Object is active. Okay. Total object icons, blah, 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 blah. Objects this level, that's okay, so we're all good here. So let's see what happens. See what, okay, there it is, that's it. Oh. How do I change that? Already an initialized application. See that? There it is. Stupid. Why would I stick it in? Well, who knows? Let's try it again. Oh, this is going to be one of those. Unresolved. Oh, it's supposed to be objects. See, I have this compiler. Fix all my stupidity. Address of objects. Oh yeah, this is objects. Let's take a look, make sure everything else in here. Good grief. Okay. Didn't crash. And I'm actually calling it initialized application. There it is. Object build level 40 items. Okay. So I have one object in there already. Let's go put some more in. Here's one. So 200 is going to be the top. I think it's going to be 200. So let's put this here. So that's 200 dummy, not 200. So this is going to be 125, comma 200. Width is 120, and the height is 98. Okay. So 200, 265. So 265, comma 200, comma 89. There's this. That's symmetrical, pretty much, pretty close. $200, comma 375. Whoops, that's 202. Can't do that. 200, 375. So 375, 200. So 98 by 96. That's symmetrical. 98 by 96. Okay, so this is going to be the collision thing for this as well. I should probably put a collision structure in the thing so I can do that, especially for the missiles. Yeah, I'm going to do that for the missiles too. Okay. So we got 4. See, these are the exact same thing. What else can I use? Did I bring his set? No, I didn't. Meteors. What else can I use? Effects. What does that look like? Cool shield. Nice job with the shield. If I get done soon enough, I might put that in. Damage. No. Effects. No. Enemies. The problem is, if you put these in, you're going to have to actually change their rotation when they move around and stuff, and it's just a pain in the ass. See, with the meteors, you don't even have to do that. Lasers. UI, is there any garbage stuff in here I can convert? Ooh. Can't have any text. It'd be cool though. Have numbers flying around. Oh, maybe this. And I'll give them let's see how big these are. Oh, these are symmetrical, guaranteed. So this is going to be 200. Take it easy there, buddy. 490. 200. Oh, man. There we go. 490, 200. 91 by 91. 490, 200, 91, 91. $590, 200. So this would be 590, 200, 91, 91. So I mean, it says that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I gotta put these last two in. 690. Yep. 690, 200. 4959, 690. See, I'll show you why this is a big deal. How these are nice and symmetrical. And there's just there's not much deviation except for the coloring. So 790, 200. Okay, so let's first of all, let's save all this. So that's one. The last one is 790. 790, 200, 91, 91. Okay. So when you're building the table, and see, actually this is just lazy. I shouldn't say laziness, but this is just it's tougher to make mistakes. So objects. So the first object was that x was 0, 200. Now I never have to change that again. And then the width was 101, and it's 84. Okay. See, when it comes to this stuff, I really try and keep it symmetrical, because if you got to go back and debug a table, so 125, 200 doesn't change because it's all along the same y-axis or the same y. Width is 120. Height is, what was it, 98? Okay. The other one was what, 265? 265 and the width and the, oops, yeah, see that? If you keep it symmetrical, you catch that stuff really fast. 265, 89, 82. 89. 82. The other one is 375, 75, 200, and this width. So that is 98, 96. 96. Okay, now, so here's a cool, this is one way when they're symmetrical, and their shape doesn't change. The only thing that really changes is their color. So we got 490, 490, 200, and this was 91, and this one was also 91. So maybe, I'm not saying he needs to do this, but if you're going to make graphics for 2, 3, 4, see the other 490, and this was what, 590, 690, 790. Now the table's set. I'm all set for the table. Don't have to do anything else. Table's in. So when I go back to object handler, object window level, this ought to be interesting. Let's see how easy it was to put that table in. So when you make your graphics sheet, your tile sheet, when you build that, like I just built mine, you want to have your objects in a place where you don't have to mess with the table too much. Now, if you're using an engine, you don't have to worry about that because they handle it for you. But me, I have to handle it myself, which I don't mind. I like dealing with tables. Tables are fun. Gives me more flexibility. I can do special things with it. Object window level. Like I said before, the juice for me is not the graphics. Juice for me is it's the programming part. Okay, where's game loop? Okay. Actually, player window, missile render. Okay, Save everything in case this crashes and burns and the segment whatever. Oh, they're all up here. At least they're all up there. Okay, that's good. So there is no initial position. The initial position is this. So I have to put the spline renderer in. This is the key to everything. These two things right here. And this is no joke. This is the key to the whole spline thing. Okay. This is where stuff gets killed, but you want to keep it down to a minimum of what you're trying to do. So if you do kill something, you know exactly where you killed it. The actual way this works is that you have the points, and then this catmull rom, which is the actual formula for moving an object along a spline. Where is that at? That's right here. And this moves it along the spline. You know what's cool is that there's no cosine, sine, or nothing like that. It just deals with it. It's this long, giant formula for the x-coordinate for the next deal with the next increment of the on the spline for the x-coordinate and the y-coordinate. It's really kind of cool, to tell you the truth. So it's now I haven't used it that much. I only used it in one game, and the one who actually gave it to me was it was Grok. I said, give me a spline. Set a C source for a spline, and it gave me gave me several options for different kinds of spline formulas. Okay, like 3 or 4. But that one, the one I'm using here, looked like it was the cleanest source code. It was the smallest source code, and I understood what it was doing, which is important. I mean, just sticking stuff in to your source code, and then if a bug shows up and you don't know what it's doing, that's not good. So you need to kind of understand. I don't understand completely. I don't understand the formula. I know what the formula does, though. It moves it along the actual spline path. And so it moves it along the path. That's all I know. There's also something here where, whoops, what am I doing? Oh, see that? Oh, man. Kill everything. Now, for new programmers, that's going to be a death knell, what I just did there. Because you don't know where things are supposed to go, or what they're supposed to do. Okay. So that's the actual changes of position. Now this here, where I get its position, is a vector 2. All this is vector 2, and the way it does the math here, that's C++. You can't do that in old school C. I would have to say, what I would do is, see all these parameters, all these things that it passes in, I would also pass in the result. I just put it as here for the time, and at the end I would put in comma space, pointer to a vector 2, which would be result, and then I would just result pointing to, and then I wouldn't have a return value. I would just, it gets set in here, and I may still do that. But that math, or what you're seeing there, at least when, maybe I didn't know about it, because I've been doing this for 40 years, so I don't know. OI underscore object. Object speed. Did I have to do with that up here? Oh. There it is. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's the increment. How much it moves along the spline. That's what the speed is. See that? You learn something every day. See, and if I don't understand this, then trying to go back and deal with this is a whole headache. So it bumps up objects. Whoops. Spline segment. So yeah, okay. So once you bump it at 0.004, and once that gets to above actual 1, the value gets above 1, then you reset everything and you jump to the next segment, and then you use this to calculate the next segment and how you're going to move along. It's really kind of an amazing thing. It was kind of, when I first did it, when I first got to work, I sat there for like a half hour watching it work, because there's other I'm not going to mess with this right now. This, in the other game, I had a thing where after a certain period of time, the planets would get larger, and I might actually do that here. I don't know if I'm going to have time. Like I said, the other one was a week. Don't get me wrong, it only took me 10 days. I finished in 10 days, but the fact is that I had 10 days, or 5 days rather. I finished in 5 days instead of the 7. But the game was pretty polished. But the problem, then this game here, and this, you can't have polished in 48 hours. You can barely have working. Oh. Where is my, oh, it's OI pointer. Oh man, what did I do? Please don't kill stuff. Yeah, if I leave it like this, which is scale should be 1 in here. Yes. So, see how Microsoft does that? Knows I'm working with this, and as I'm going through, it highlights when I run across it. It's really kind of wonderful, to tell you the truth. I like this. I love this compiler. It hasn't made any mistakes. It used to be their old Visual Studio 6.0. That was my main compiler for almost 20 years. When I was writing data recovery software, I used that for 20 years. Okay, so as spline render path, I'm just going to put this up here because I'm a cheater. Instead of putting it in prototype, you can actually put them at the top of the function. I thought it'd be interesting. Here we go. Works. Works. Thank you. Thank you very much. This is the hard part right here. I got it all working. The collision stuff is easy. Everything else is easy. Get this work. Let's put in more. That music's appropriate for this. How cool is this? I might leave this music in. It's soothing. Can I steal some of your code? You can have it all, buddy. I think I'm going to give it. I'm not going to give it. Yeah, maybe I'll just post it. How cool is this, huh? One of the strategies might be to stay in the middle and not move. That way you don't move. You don't use a whole lot of power. They move pretty fast. That was excellent. I made my whole morning. Okay, so what's object speed again? 0.004. 0.02. I think I've messed with this before. Yeah, that's actually better. You know what though, I think I'm going to make it a variable and then put a timer on it, and every timer those things get faster and faster. I love that song. Let's do 200. Hokey Smokey Rockies. What the hell? Oh. Fight your way out of that. Should I do it? Should I do like 500? One thing about this, I don't have to worry about frames per second. It hasn't even budged them. If you take a look at here, I have a little thing on the side that shows frames per second delay. If delay is like between, look at that, I had a 9 delay, that was like nothing. What, 10, 11, 12, and when it happens, this doesn't even burp. That's how good this working with this with C code rather than something else. We're gonna do 900 because I think my my limit is 1,000. Oh yeah. Hoo yeah. Hoo-yah. Man, that'll boggle your eyeballs. Don't you eyeball me, boy. Let's make them go really fast. Let's make them go really fast. Where's my... This might be too fast. Problem is, see, I get tied up in this stuff. And then what happens is the game doesn't get done. Wow. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set a variable for object speed and then increase that as the timer goes off. Every 30 seconds I'm going to add maybe 1/100th. And then I'm going to have a variable for how many objects, or maybe not a variable. Mesmerizing, isn't it? I love that spline algorithm. It works so good. Okay, we're gonna do one. We're gonna make them go a little bit faster. This is also how you find flaws in the algorithms. See if this kills it. Nope, guess not. Phew, man. You are getting sleepy. Watch the watch. Oh, this is excellent. What a cool screensaver this would be. Make the ship shoot by itself. Let's do that. Let's make it. You can't even see the bullets. You can't even see the missiles. That's how bad this is. It's messing with my eyeballs. Don't you eyeball me, boy. Wow. That was pretty amazing. That's cool, actually. So we'll start off with 40. Keep it slow. There, that's better. And we'll just speed those up. That's pretty cool. I liked it. Wow, everybody's working on their stuff, working hard on their stuff. I wonder why they're worried about the name. Oh, Kenney. Oh, so if you have everybody name it Kenney Jam, it's hard to sort it out. Yeah, okay. I get that. I certainly do get that. Oh, that's cool. on gameplay, but I'm too busy putting too much tweening everyone. Let's see this. That's cool. Okay, so, all right. Play one more time. See, this cooldown is too fast. We're gonna fix that cooldown right now. So we're gonna missile cooldown. Where are you, you little devil? Missile power cost, max power. Where are you at? There it is. I guess it's gotta be more than that. 15. You know what? That's gonna be it. That'll be it right there. So yeah. Okay, so missile handler, missile update. Okay. So we're going to do the collision now from here. So we have a table of objects and a table of pointer. So each missile we go through. Nope, can't do this. Gotta be J. You know what? J less than. Where are you at? Update missiles. Okay. Do I have a oh, yes, I do. I have a specific collision handler. You know what? So where is this collision weapon planet? There it is right there. Okay. So we do have a separate collision handler. Fine. That's good. That's actually like it better that because collisions can be a pain in the ass. Collision missile object. Now, the hard thing for me here was always about speed. Because I was taught that, or I taught myself that about speed. But, so we have a pointer. Pointer. point that to the missile table. And OI pointer equals we point that to the object table, and then just call it objects. I should call it object table. That means I'd have to go back in there and change all that stuff. So I always use I, J, K, L as much as I need for my indexes. I less than what is it? Objects this level, is that what it's called? Objects this level. Then for j equals 0, j less than, that's max missiles. Because we loop through that, we have to define the missile pointer here. That's good. And that's good here. We bump the pointer here. So what is it now? Where's the collision at? So if we have a collision between so if we have a collision, object is active, maybe it's inactive. Where is it? Object is not active. So what's the problem here? Object is not active. Oh. There we go. Missile is not active. So GI pointer pointing to current power plus equals OI pointer pointing to object control, no, object graphic, object speed, score points. All right. Let's see if this works. Game loop. pretty much the whole game right here if this works. If this works, then I'm pretty much ready to rock and roll here. Oh. Oh boy, that was horrible. Just killed everything. How'd that do that? There are no missiles in the table, though. Oh. That's why. Dumbass. Okay. Also, I'm not bumping the MI pointer. What are you, retarded? Okay. Jeez Louise. So we're just going to continue here. Some people don't use these, but I use them because it'll shortcut. I don't have to test any of this logic here. If it's not active, then move on. There we go. Oh, look at the power bar going up too. We're doing good, guys. That's what I'm talking about. Going on here. Just sometimes he's worrying me a little bit, so. looks like it's hitting something that's not there. Oh, I know what it is. No. No, that is what it is. That is what it is. Okay, the problem here is, yeah, that was it. See, I don't like, see how this is nested here? That's not good. That's bad. I mean, it's not terrible. Let's see if I can get this. If this works, then I'll just fix the other thing. Yeah, that's working fine now. So we're going to do this. Whoops. We're not going to do that. I wonder what it is. Oh, it is Shift Tab. Thank you, Microsoft, for being predictable. Okay, take this out of here. So, if object is not active, we don't even process the logic. If object is not active, continue. Why do I have this here? Let's match up that's there. Of all things I wish I would have had when I was, see, that's why I don't like Python, GD script. See these braces? They save your ass more often than not. By not having a tab in there, that's, to design a language like that is ignorant. You make it tougher on the coders to debug their stuff. I mean, even if I come down to here, because sometimes, and you ask a lot of coders, they will leave this off at the end, especially if they're splicing code together. And then what you have, see, but now I know this starts, this ends. And then the for loop, for this here, right, that's exactly right. So, yeah, not being able to use braces, that's just ignorant. In my opinion. That's not good. I'm going to draw a collision box around everything and see what's going on. So when I go to draw the missiles, object handler, where's the render at? Right there. DL underscore. Isn't there there's a draw rect render rect render rect float? Is there that? Okay. I need to look this up. SDL underscore render rect render float rec. Render rex render rectangle. Okay. Render rect uses a float anyway. And we're going to put that in here after this. Is the address of, is it the, so it is a pointer. Set it back here. Actually, well, get in the habit of doing that. So what is yellow? Or a light blue? Let's go look at this here. That's a nice bright yellow. What color is that? RGB. So it's E78900. 789. This is for objects. Same thing with the missiles. Send this to an error. It should be throwing all kinds of horrible errors. Oh, I guess you could have that in there. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, you could. Let's change colors here for this. Let's make this something else. Yeah, we kind of a light blue right there. 36BBFS. FS, yeah, for hex. 36BBF5. 36BBF5. Oh, look at that. That's bad. Why is this doing this? Let's try this. Yeah, this is render texture. I don't have the time to figure this out, so if this is just render texture, not rotated, just render texture, I'm going to change to graphic source. I don't need any of this. Yep. Let's do this. Let's put it all back. Let the object okay. Where's the missile? Oh, I know why. Where is the renderer at? There it is. This is what's causing the problem. Right there, I'll bet you $1,000,000. Okay. Time for a little research. So push comes to shove. I have to. Wait a second. cheat a little bit here. Okay. Actually, let's make this C box. Time is it? Oh, it's almost 9 o'clock. Are you kidding me? Oh. The hell? Oh, what am I doing here? There. Jeez Louise. Just broke my program. much. Game's done, pretty much. Just had some special stuff and I'm good to go. So going to make me some breakfast. So I'm going to have some breakfast and I'll be back.